Welcome back to Mustache Moto. It's Ben, and today I've got a review of the Roost Concepts Stache toolkit. All right, this is the Roost Concepts Stache toolkit. Get it? Stache. You stash your tools. Stache. Mustache Moto had to review it, right? I reached out to them. I saw this online and thought it looked fantastic. So they did send this to me for free, but I don't get anything out of it. Other than that, if you buy one, I get nothing from it. So this is purely my opinion. I think it's really freaking cool. So it's designed and made in Colorado, billet aluminum, but it's got magnets in it to hold it together. So it clips together and all the tools inside of it. We're going to go through those one by one and show you how the kit works. I'll also show you what it replaced in my toolkit. And then the way it mounts on the bike is freaking ingenious. I'll show you that at the end. And that's probably one of the coolest features of the thing. These are really geared towards like enduro riders, trail riders. You could use it on a larger bike, you know, the BMW, different sizes and shapes of fasteners. It wouldn't be as good. It's going to work on the DR650 great. Or like I said, other dirt bikes or enduro type machines. So let's go through here and see what it's got in it, and then I'll show you how to mount it up. All right, let's go through what's inside the Stache here. So this pops open. As I said, it's magnets that hold it together. It's got little rare earth magnets stuck in there. Let's go through the tools first, and then I'll show how you attach them after that. So as you can see, you've got multiple Allen wrenches here. Well, actually, so the bits, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different bits in here. And you could change those out if you wanted to. If you wanted to use this like on a BMW and you wanted to add more Torx bits, instead of hex, you could do that. But the way it comes, it's got a 3, 4, 5, and 6 millimeter Allen. It's also got a T45. It's got a flat blade screwdriver, and it's got a JIS number 2 screwdriver. Very handy. The JIS, obviously the Japanese industrial standard, is what you want for Japanese motorcycles. It's got sockets. All right, we've got 8, 10, 12, 13, and 14 millimeter sockets. These are low profile sockets, and they've got grooves in here. They actually stick in here. So they stay. None of this stuff's going to fall out, by the way, if you happen to turn it over or drop it in the mud or whatever. So really nice, low profile, 1/4 inch sockets. You've also got a 10 and a 13 millimeter. These are open-ended wrenches that will attach onto the front of this. I'll show you how that works in a second. And then you've got an extension driver, bit driver. So you got 3 different ways you can use this tool. All right, you can use the bit driver or just a bit in the tip here. And then you can got to take that piece out, adapter there. All right, so then I can use it just like a regular bit driver and turn it, and I can use that with any of these, right? Or I can put the 1/4 inch adapter in here and use it with a socket if I wanted to. All right, if you need a little bit more torque, you can do the same thing on the side, and then you've got more leverage, right? So you can use any of these tools this way with this, other than the open-ended ones. Or I guess if you don't want the extension, you could do it just like that, right? And then, this is ingenious, you see the little star here. This is the high torque connection for it. So these, the 10 and the 13, these go on here like that. And then you can get a really good purchase. You can really put some leverage into that. So that's the tools that come built in on this. And then you can get additional tools depending on your bike. So I added a 24? Yeah, 24 millimeter box end, because that's the axle nut on my DR. So same thing, that would go on here like that, and then I can get the rear wheel off when I needed to. They make different ones of these, so depending on what bike you have, what size you need, or you can get multiples. And then the other side of it is actually a spoke wrench. Pretty smart to throw that in there. just as an addition. And then, of course, that just snaps back together. Now, this weighs about 12 ounces, and what it replaced was 2 pounds of tools that I kept in the tool tube in the back of my motorcycle. Now, granted, this wasn't the tightest, configuration I could have used, but all this stuff can go because of the Roost Concepts Stache tool. So I'm going from 2 pounds to 12 ounces, which is a pretty phenomenal weight savings. I will say there's a couple of tools I still keep in my tool tube. Let me show you those. So I've got an 8mm, which I could probably get an 8mm to go in here, but I've got the 8mm here. Got a pair of mini vice grips. These, of course, are great for any fasteners, used as pliers, or the biggest reason I keep them is you can clip this onto a broken clutch or brake lever on the handlebars and get yourself out of some trouble if you break it. Put this on, you can still get out of the woods. I've got just a spark plug socket, one Allen wrench. Now this is one size that I'd use, but the main reason I put it in there is this could be used as a brake lever or shift lever, clamping it onto the remaining broken piece if you were to drop your bike and break something. And then of course I've got a tire gauge, and finally some JB Weld quick steel for emergency repairs. So now I've got a bunch of extra room in my tool tube. I need to figure out what to put in it. So if you've got ideas, put that in the link below, and let me show you how this thing mounts on the bike, because this is ingenious. All right, so check this out. This is maybe an extra 20 or 30 bucks, but it's a mount, a holster for the Stache that straps onto your front fork tube. You could also put it maybe on a different frame part if this doesn't work for you, but look at that. It just drops right in. There is no way that's going to fall out, and then you just pull it out if you need to use it. Really, really smart. This especially works on dirt bikes and enduros, those sorts of things. The one thing to be careful of, and I've got an extended tank on here, so you got to make sure you can get all the way to lock, that it's not hitting, and it just barely clears on this bike, so it doesn't block any movement. Really, really cool tool. I'm excited about it. That right there is some brilliant engineering. I absolutely love this thing. Check them out and get out there and ride.